The Maya civilization, a titan of the ancient world, simply vanished. Think about it. Millions of people, vibrant cities, a culture of unparalleled brilliance, gone. You've seen the iconic ruins. You've heard the whispers of their mysterious collapse. But what if everything you thought you knew was incomplete? What you're about to hear transcends legend. Deep in the heart of the Mexican jungle, a lost city has been found. It's a time capsule. This discovery isn't just adding another dot to the map. It's offering a rare, terrifying glimpse into the final moments of a once great civilization. We'll uncover the chilling clues about why they disappeared. You'll learn how this intact city, untouched for a millennium, could redefine our understanding of societal collapse. And you'll discover the parallels between their fate and our own. This isn't just history. It's a warning. Are you ready to confront it? Let me set, but then, an unimaginable silence. A creeping, pervasive hush. The vibrant city's emptied. The relentless jungle began its slow, inevitable reclamation. For over a millennium, the reasons for this devastating decline remained an impenetrable enigma. Until now. Here's the thing. This wasn't some chance encounter. It demanded extraordinary dedication. Veteran archaeologist Ivan Sprajc led the expedition. His life's work, locating lost Maya sites. For years, his dedicated team, a task of Flores Esquivel, Israel Cheto Lopez, Quintin Hernandez Gomez, and Vitin Vujanovic, meticulously scoured the Calakmul Biosphere Reserve. This unforgiving wilderness lies deep within Campeche, Mexico, at the base of the Yucatan Peninsula. The jungle here is a living wall. No existing logging tracks, unlike other known sites, led anywhere near their target. Researchers hacked through more than 3 miles of dense, suffocating vegetation. Machetes swung relentlessly, day after day. This wasn't a casual trek. This was a grueling push into the utterly unknown. Finally, they saw it. Minanbé, a powerful name, meaning there is no road in Yucatec Mayan. And it captured the city's essence perfectly. It was completely cut off. That very remoteness, its isolation, became its extraordinary salvation. Unlike so many other Maya sites, Minanbé was utterly untouched, unlooted, remarkably intact. A pristine, unblemished window into a vanished world. The city spanned roughly 40 acres. Within its bounds, urban plazas, grand palaces, significant religious buildings, and elaborate terraces flanked by cleverly designed water channels. Its tallest structure, a temple pyramid, soared more than 40 feet high. Imagine a 3- or 4-story edifice, almost entirely consumed by green. Vitin Vujanovic identified its distinct Rio Beck architectural style. This meant fine masonry, elegant moldings, and intricate details. And most crucially, they found 14 stelae and altars. Many boasted symbols still uneroded, their ancient messages perfectly preserved. These weren't merely stones. They were ancient chronicles. They told tales of kings and queens, of rituals and conquests. They documented a society at its absolute zenith. Now pay attention. This discovery isn't just about architectural marvels. It's about grappling with a fundamental, unsettling question. How could a civilization so advanced, so populous, so powerful, simply vanish? Minanbé was built predominantly during the late Classic period. That's the very era before the great, mysterious collapse. It stands as a silent, powerful witness. A final, haunting testament. Its secrets are now on the cusp of being unearthed. And the answers it provides might fundamentally change everything we understand about the inherent fragility of human achievement. What was about to change? A world nobody saw crumbling, deep in the heart of the jungle. The Maya civilization itself stretches back an astonishing distance, to 1500 BCE. For centuries, they lived in humble villages, their lives dictated by the rhythms of agriculture, cultivating maize, beans, and squash. But then back in the 3rd century CE, a profound shift began. The Maya started building stone cities, monumental feats of engineering and artistry, complete with grand plazas, towering pyramid temples, and intricate ball courts. This wasn't merely progress. It was an explosion of culture and societal complexity. This architectural awakening wasn't just about showcasing power. It was about organizing vast populations, fostering trade networks, and solidifying the divine right of rulers. This set off a chain reaction that would define the region for centuries. Then came the late Classic period, roughly from 600 to 900 CE. This was the zenith of Maya power, a time of unprecedented growth and sophistication. Millions of people inhabited the central Maya lowlands, and it was during these vibrant centuries that cities like Minanbé rose from the jungle floor. The very existence of these sprawling urban centers, teeming with life and dedicated to complex religious and political systems, speaks to a civilization at its absolute peak. The discovery of Minanbé, particularly its unique, unlooted state, offers us a direct window into this era of flourishing. It allows us to study the very foundations of a society that, in the eyes of history, was about to face an unimaginable crisis. We can see the intricate planning, the skilled craftsmanship, the deep societal organization, all the hallmarks of a civilization at its apex. But how did we get from that apex to the precipice of collapse? The answer lies not in a single dramatic event, but in a slow, inexorable shift. The archaeological record, particularly the evidence emerging from sites like Minanbé, points to a period of immense pressure building in the centuries leading up to the 9th century CE. Decades before the widespread abandonment of major Maya cities, the intricate balance of their civilization began to fray. Factors like prolonged drought, environmental degradation, and increasingly endemic warfare between burgeoning city-states started to take their toll. These weren't sudden calamities, but rather a slow erosion of the systems that had supported such a complex society for so long. Each environmental challenge, each political dispute, chipped away at the stability. The at least 9 million people inhabited the central Maya lowlands during the late Classic period, with the city of Minanbé being a significant contributor to this population. Here is what the records actually show. The city was built over a period of approximately 300 years, with the majority of its construction taking place between 600 and 900 CE. Most people do not realize that the Maya civilization was not a single, unified entity, but rather a collection of city-states, each with its own ruler and system of government. The discovery of Minanbé has provided a unique glimpse into the final days of this civilization, with archaeologists uncovering 14 stelae altars, including one with uneroded symbols, which is a rare find. The city's remoteness, with no old logging paths leading to it, worked in the archaeologists' favor, as it was found to be remarkably intact and seemingly unlooted. The team, led by Ivan Sprajc, had to hack through over 3 miles of dense jungle to reach the site, which covers an area of approximately 40 acres. The temple pyramid, standing at over 40 feet tall, is a testament to the advanced engineering skills of the Maya people. The Rewr style of architecture, characterized by fine masonry and moldings, is evident in the temple's design. The fact that the city was built during a time of significant population growth, with the Maya population increasing from around 2 million to 9 million people between 200 and 900 CE, highlights the complexity and sophistication of their society. The distance between Minanbé and other major Maya cities, such as Chichen Itza and Palenque, is significant, with the former being over 100 miles away and the latter over 150 miles away. This distance, combined with the city's remoteness, suggests that Minanbé was an important center of trade and commerce, with its own unique cultural and artistic identity. The duration of the Maya civilization, spanning over 1,500 years, is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of its people. However, the severe droughts that began around the 8th century CE, coupled with overpopulation and internal conflict, ultimately led to the decline and abandonment of the cities. Here is what the records actually show. The Maya civilization was not conquered by a single, powerful enemy, but rather collapsed due to a combination of internal and external factors. Most people do not realize that the Maya people did not disappear, but rather continued to live in the region, with many of their descendants still inhabiting the area today. The discovery of Minanbé has challenged the popular myth that the Maya civilization was a single, unified entity, and has instead highlighted the complexity and diversity of their society. The strategic clash between the different city-states, each with its own ruler and system of government, drove the story of the Maya civilization. The ideological clash between the ruling elite and the general population, with the former seeking to maintain their power and privilege, while the latter sought greater equality and justice, was a significant factor in the civilization's decline. The political clash between the city-states, with each seeking to expand its territory and influence, ultimately led to the downfall of the civilization. However, there is a lesser-known perspective that changes how we see the event: the role of the common people, who were not just passive victims of the collapse, but rather active participants in the shaping of their own destiny. The common people, who made up the majority of the population, played a crucial role in the construction of the cities, the cultivation of the land, and the maintenance of the complex system of trade and commerce. They were not just laborers, but rather skilled artisans, farmers, and traders who brought their own unique perspectives and experiences to the table. The fact that the Maya civilization was able to survive for over 1,500 years, despite the many challenges and setbacks it faced, is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of its people. As we transition to the grand cities and intricate calendars of the Maya, tell a story of remarkable achievement. But beneath the stone and glyphs lay a human drama of profound loss. Imagine, if you will, a farmer named Ixbalanque, his calloused hands working the same maize fields his ancestors had tended for generations, just outside the sprawling city of Calakmul. It's the year 850 C. The rains have been scarce, the harvests meager. He watches his youngest daughter, a bright-eyed girl of 7 named Hunapu, grow thinner each day. Their prayers to the rain god, Chak, go unanswered. The once vibrant marketplace is now a place of hushed whispers and anxious glances, the usual boisterous bartering replaced by a gnawing fear. Miles away, in what is now the Calakmul Biosphere Reserve, the inhabitants of the newly discovered city of Minanbé, a place whose very name means there is no road, faced a similar plight. For them, isolation offered little protection from the creeping dread. We can only imagine the collapse of the Maya civilization was not a sudden cataclysm, but a slow unraveling, punctuated by moments where different choices could have altered their destiny. Consider the decision by the rulers of the major city-states, like Tikal and Calakmul, to engage in near-constant warfare during the late Classic period. This relentless conflict drained resources, disrupted trade routes, and diverted labor from essential tasks like agriculture and infrastructure maintenance. An alternative path might have involved forging stronger alliances, focusing on cooperative efforts to manage water resources and agricultural production, especially in the face of growing environmental pressures. Had they prioritized diplomacy over dominance, the strain on their populations and their environment might have been significantly lessened, potentially averting the cascading failures that followed. Another critical juncture involved the management of their complex agricultural systems. Facing increasing population density, Maya rulers made decisions that often intensified pressure on the land, such as widespread deforestation for fuel and construction, and the expansion of intensive farming techniques that could lead to soil depletion. A different approach could have involved a more sustainable land use strategy, perhaps emphasizing less resource-intensive crops, or investing more heavily in water conservation and management techniques beyond the impressive but ultimately insufficient systems found at sites like Minanbé. Had they embraced a more conservative approach to resource exploitation, their civilization might have been more resilient to the prolonged droughts that plagued the region. Finally, consider the societal structure itself. The highly centralized, hierarchical system, with its elaborate court politics and demands for tribute, placed immense strain on the common populace. A decision to decentralize power, to empower local communities, or to foster greater social mobility might have created a more adaptable and responsive society. Instead, when the core of the civilization faltered, the entire edifice crumbled. The legacy of the Maya, therefore, is not just one of spectacular achievements, but also a profound lesson in the delicate balance between progress and sustainability, between power and the well-being of the people. The final impact of these choices and the enduring legacy of this magnificent civilization is what we will explore next. The echoes of the Maya's rise and fall resonate even in our modern world, though often unseen. Consider the very concept of borders that divide nations today. While not directly a Maya creation, their collapse and the subsequent fragmentation of their territories allowed for the later emergence of distinct political entities, a precursor to the nation-state system we navigate. The intricate legal systems that govern our societies, with their emphasis on codified laws and dispute resolution, draw from the organizational principles developed by complex civilizations like the Maya, who grappled with managing large populations and intricate social contracts. Even the institutions we rely on today, from universities to agricultural cooperatives, are built upon the foundations of knowledge dissemination and resource management pioneered by ancient peoples. The enduring struggle for equitable distribution of resources, a central theme in the Maya's eventual decline, remains a defining conflict in our own time, shaping global politics and economic policies. This ancient civilization, through its triumphs and its ultimate unraveling, offered a stark testament to the enduring complexities of human ambition and the fragile nature of societal stability. It proved that even the most advanced civilizations are susceptible to the same fundamental human challenges: the pursuit of power, the management of resources, and the ever-present tension between progress and the common good. You now understand a layer of history that reveals the deep roots of our contemporary struggles. In this journey, we've uncovered a lost Maya city, revealed the sophisticated agricultural techniques that sustained them, glimpsed the intricate astronomical knowledge that guided their lives, and confronted the devastating environmental shifts that played a crucial role in their decline. We've also examined the societal pressures that ultimately proved too much for this magnificent civilization. Which of these factors, or perhaps another we've touched upon, do you believe was the most critical turning point for the Maya? Which decision do you think changed history the most? If you found this story fascinating, subscribe. We drop new history documentaries every day. And watch our other videos for more untold stories. Follow for more information.